I'm going to sing you a song. Then I'm going to tell you about the song. When Uncle Joe played the rag on his old banjo, everybody stomping, the feet on the floor. The mammy starts to shuffle around the cabin door, shouting, Uncle Joe, give me more, give me more. And then the neighbors are coming from all around, clapping and stomping till he shakes the ground. When Uncle Joe played a rag upon his old banjo, dibbly-dobbly-doo-dum-dum, scoobly-dum-dum, ba-doo-doo-dum. First time I remember hearing this song, I was a little boy. My father used to play it. Played a little 4-string tenor guitar, and he played a little 4-string minstrel banjo, which weighed 145 pounds. It was a big thing. Had a big head, but had a little short neck. He used to play it for me, and I'd just sit there and listen to it. And one day, he called me into the dining room, and he said, Jack, I want you to sing with me. Well, I wasn't used to doing that. But when he started to play and I started to sing, it sounded so good that I laughed with joy and I could not contain myself. And he got so mad. He said, you're never going to be able to sing. And I said, thank you, Father. You see, it was not about 10 years ago, I was going through my old scrapbook that my mother put together for me. And in that scrapbook was a report card from my 4th grade. And in a report card, the little note from the teacher to Daddy said, any, underlined twice, musical experience at home may, underlined twice, help Jackie learn to sing on key. That was when all of this happened. And I thought when I was playing this piece, just fooling with the guitar, getting ready for the show, a little bit about who my father was. He was a very interesting man. He made his living all of his life with his muscles. Not that he didn't have a fine mind. It was really great. It's just that he had to leave school in elementary school in order to help in the farm. And then he worked in steel mills, and he worked in coal mines, and he was a prize fighter, and he was a wrestler, and he was a warehouse manager, as my son is right now. And did all of those things. I remember one time at a little house we had down on Summit Street, in fact, the same house where he sang this to me, I did something egregious. And I don't remember what it was, but I was used to doing bad things. I did them pretty often. And he was used to yelling at me. And he said, son, why don't you just think? And being an innocent child, I said, how? And he got that look in his eyes like my cat gets when he's going to the bathroom. You know, that blank stare. He says, words in your mind, and walked off. But he always played the guitar. And every time there was a party, even though he hated getting in front of people, he would play songs and stuff. One day he was walking in his warehouse out at Sears, out in Hastings Ranch. And there were 2 men that worked for him, the young boys, who were arguing. And he said, don't argue. It's not a good thing to do. And the kid said, well, what should we do? You should laugh and be happy. So the kid said, well, why don't you do something to make us laugh, Shafe? He said, okay. And he danced a jig, and they laughed. And then he said, do you see how much better that is? And they said, yeah, it's a lot better. And he walked around to the next aisle and died. Last thing my father ever did on this earth was make 2 people laugh. And if you need to know anything about who I am, you need to know a little bit about what my father was about. And somewhere he can hear this. When Uncle Joe played a rag on his old banjo, everybody stomping the feet on the floor. Mammy started to shuffle around the cabin door, shouting, Uncle Joe, give me more, give me more. And then the neighbors coming from all around, clapping and stomping till he shakes the ground. When Uncle Joe played a rag upon his old banjo. Thank you very much.